I wanted to make this video last year, and I didn't because I figured like people are just going to think I'm complaining. But when Plunderstorm came back this year, I noticed there were new mounts, new pets, new transmogs, and I did grind it out. I didn't want to make a video just to complain about Plunderstorm, but I certainly think that feedback is important, and the more of us that share our opinions as a community, maybe the devs will take it into consideration. This could be a shit take, maybe others will agree with me, I don't know. I can't gauge that until I put this out there and see how the community also feels. In short, I can't stand Plunderstorm. I'm not a huge fan of PvP to begin with. This feels even less like PvP though, and just this feels like a different game. Nothing about this has anything to do with World of Warcraft. So who cares, right? Well, the main reason I play World of Warcraft is farming mounts, transmogs, pets, specifically mounts. Mounts are my favorite. Now, something I like that they did this year versus last year is it's a lot easier to obtain the mounts and everything else. You can specifically choose with the coins what items you want to buy instead of having to grind it all the way to 40 reputation or whatever it was last year. I did it last year too, and it was very painful. And the majority of the experience, both last year and this year, are more or less collecting enough coins, killing myself, restarting, doing it again. I saw that was very common for a lot of players. It seems like a large portion of the players that are currently doing this are doing this solely for the rewards, not to actually play Plunderstorm. Now, you could say that's fine because it's still players. This is where my opinion comes in that may differentiate from other people. There's two groups of people, essentially, that are playing Plunderstorm. Group number one is playing Plunderstorm because they enjoy it and they want to play it. Group number two, which I believe is a much larger group, is playing it because it's a means to an end. What do I mean by that? Myself included, I see a mount I don't have. I see transmog I don't have. I see pets I don't have. So I say, okay, I have to buckle down and grind this out to get the mount, to get the pet, to get the transmog. And people say, but you don't have to. Well, of course I don't have to, but I want it because that's what I like to collect. So I do something I don't want to do, and I try to optimize to get it as quickly as possible, even if that means that it ruins the experience for other players. And this is where I think I'm going to start getting people saying I have shit takes, and maybe this is a shit take, I don't know. I think moving forward, the mounts and everything else should be given away very early on without having to grind it out as an introductory. Give away the mounts as play Plunderstorm once, receive a mount. The purpose of that is the people that don't want to be here, that are looking for the mounts, will come, they'll do a trial run, they'll lose one match, they'll get their mount, and they'll leave. Instead of continuously joining the game and ruining the experience for the other people that actually want to enjoy it, it just seems better, and I'll explain why. Me trying to optimize Plunderstorm is me not fighting other people. It's me collecting as much gold as possible, then running into the storm, resetting, doing it again. I saw the entire time I was doing this. Many of the players that wanted to actually play and enjoy Plunderstorm were complaining that the majority of the players were just killing themselves. And that sort of sours the experience for everybody involved. The people that are farming the mounts are resentful to be there because they don't want to do it, they just want the mount. The people that want to play Plunderstorm are resentful to the people that are killing themselves because they can't enjoy it because the majority of the lobby is people not even playing the game properly. I think by allowing the mounts to be so easy, even easier to obtain next year than they were this year, just play one game of Plunderstorm, get the mount as a reward. It's like a promotional event. That will allow the players to quickly get in, get the mount, leave, and not sour the experience for the players that want to be there. Now, some people may say, but hey, the mount is incentive to keep queuing. It is, but what incentive is it if the players aren't actually engaged? Either Plunderstorm is successful on its own without rewards, either people just like it and they just want to queue for it just because it's fun, or it's not very successful and people don't really like it and the mount is the only reason the majority of people are queuing. If the latter is true, I don't know what to tell you. Then clearly the community does not like Plunderstorm and it's only a means to an end that people are grinding out, painfully grinding out to get a mount and never queue for it again. I'd be curious to see the statistics. How many people play Plunderstorm, what rewards they pick first, and right after, how much do they start queuing after? Because I feel like what happens is there's a very strong boost of players at the beginning, and as soon as those players get their mount, it drops off significantly in numbers. And I'm curious whether Blizzard would share those statistics, because I have a feeling they won't, because it would reflect what I believe to be true, which is the majority of people here don't want to be here, and they're grinding it out as fast as possible and souring the experience for those that want to be here. So if you make the rewards for Plunderstorm solely related to Plunderstorm, not transmog in WoW, but just transmog for Plunderstorm, stuff that you could only use in Plunderstorm, then the only people that would queue are people that actually want to be here. As soon as you have rewards tied to something completely unrelated to Plunderstorm, you're going to sour the pool, ruin the experience for everyone, essentially. That's my opinion. And based on the way I've seen people talk in the lobbies, while we're in the lobbies, people are strategizing. What's the fastest way to kill yourself? What's the fastest way to get gold and finish the match and move on to the next one? People are min-maxing how they can get away from Plunderstorm as fast as possible. And I think instead of just forcing players to do something they don't want to do, maybe recognize that this method, we tried it, it didn't work, so we can try something else. I think this is the last thought and then I'll stop. A lot of mount collectors, pet collectors, and transmog collectors are very casual players. PvP is a fairly sweaty thing to do. And having those casual players step into PvP is just, it seems silly to me, because they don't want to be there. No one wants them there. I don't want to be there. I'm hoping maybe next year this can change. Furthermore, even when they held a professional event, even when they had pro gamers, a Blizzard-sponsored event, pro gamers fighting in Plunderstorm, it literally ended with the winners of the thing cheating. And everybody's upset about it. It seems like it was a failed event, according to a lot of the people that watched it or tried to enjoy it. Because to exploit, to win, feels like a failure of an event. And I would have to agree with that. So it just seems like the entire experience this year of Plunderstorm has been a little bit lackluster, to say, the best, I guess. I just feel that, like, moving forward, if we can try to remove the rewards tied to regular WoW and have only Plunderstorm-related rewards, I think there'd be a lot less people playing it, I agree, but I also think that means that maybe it's not that good. Maybe it's not that fun, maybe not that many people want to be doing it. And if you disagree, and it should not only be Plunderstorm rewards, then why? Why do you disagree, and why do you want players that don't want to be there to be in your battleground? Why does it make a better experience for you to force people? And I know you're not forcing them, they don't have to do it. You're correct, but they want to do it because they want the mount. So essentially they feel forced because they're going to lose out. It's the fear of missing out. If you have to use fear of missing out tactics to get people to engage in something that's otherwise a failure, that I feel is a very large, significant indicator that it is a failure. But these are my shit takes. I'd love to know your thoughts. Sorry for the ramble. I think it's important that more of us do this and share our thoughts in the community, get our thoughts out there. But let me know what you think. Ooh, P.S., one last thought. With all that being said, we do stream on YouTube and Twitch at Nollie the Gnome. We have a Discord, if you want to like the video, share, check out the streams. We stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, either World of Warcraft or Variety. Currently, we're finishing Diablo 4. If the time of watching this video, tomorrow should be the last stream wrapping up the Diablo 4 expansion, where you should be finishing the story. So if you're around 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow, tune in to this YouTube channel or Twitch with the same name, and you can catch us live. Otherwise, you can join the Discord, any of that Razzmatazz, Shugs, and Jazz. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll leave the Gnome out.